I'd probably like that.
It is definitely one of those high alcohol content but can't taste it drinks.
Okay. I'd probably like it.
Honestly, you might have had it. I don't know. Were you
I've
there?
no,
Were
I've
you
definitely never had that before.
okay, because we made it for like one of my birthday parties one year.
Yeah.
Like, gosh, 3 years ago
You're
maybe.
25, I remember.
Yeah,
They
three
brought the
years.
food and burn it.
You must have been out of town or something.
Me? Hard to say. 3 years ago. 23. I have no clue.
Me either.
Dude, I can't remember, like,
So
last
we're on
week.
stream right now, or?
Yes.
Okay, well, I have part of the story for later, but...
No, you can go ahead, man. I'll hear all of it. Let's go.
Good. Well, I'm Tayshawn, by the way.
Yeah. But no,
That's the reason I burn all the food.
But no, I wanted to play Fighters, and unfortunately their servers are down, which I didn't know about, so I'm just gonna play some arcade matches. But Andy, who should be my first team? Being that
Daryl Cow,
he's not in the game.
Cell Jr.,
Also not in the game.
and Young Roshi.
Yeah.
Young
I like Young Roshi as pick only because he's the only one of those
Shown
who's
very
never appeared in a game. Because he's on like 2 scenes of the show.
Yeah.
And like, I think a page in the manga.
So he is canon.
He does exist. He is canon. There was a point
Wasn't
where Master
born
Roshi
old.
was younger.
Gas.
Yeah.
No, he was just born old, dude.
I know, right? I mean, he's over 130 years old, so...
Alright, well, Vegeta, Nappa,
Okay.
um,
Which Vegeta? Because there's 3.
early Vegeta.
Early
early
Vegeta. Okay. And Nappa. And who's the third?
Frieza.
And Frieza, okay. Where the fuck? There's Frieza.
Sarvon and Doria teamed up like ice climbers.
In Dildoria.
And good old
Actually,
Dildor.
No, human centipede style.
Oh. It's a sound they made.
Rain.
What's up, hon?
So it seems like the one in Kentucky is the closest.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess the one in Kentucky is the closest.
They filed for bankruptcy, got bought out by a different company, closed 40 locations.
Yeah, so not a close one in sight.
They might just generally not even be as good as they used to be if they're bought by another
You
company.
can go to-
It's possible. Last time I was there was a couple of years ago, so...
You know what's a
Maybe there's a
Kentucky
better
one
seafood
that
restaurant around, or a good one around somewhere.
Another good what? What kind of
A
restaurant?
good seafood restaurant somewhere closer
Oh.
than Kentucky.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you're looking for a good seafood restaurant, I mean, Red Lobster is always a good go-to.
Yeah, but I fill up on biscuits.
Yeah, it's fair. But
I can make those myself, actually.
if you go to Chicago,
Not gonna happen.
yeah, not anytime. No, none of these places is gonna happen anytime soon, by the way. Trying to think, what's it called? There's Bubba Gump's in Chicago.
That'd be cool.
That place is awesome.
And it's more awesome because it's based off of Forrest Gump.
Yes, it is.
That's why it's
Last time I was in Chicago, I went to a movie theater restaurant. Billy Goat Cafe.
That's cool.
Billy Goat or Billy Joe?
Billy Goat.
Okay. I heard both. I couldn't tell which one. Billy
That's an
Joe.
elf kid. John Belushi.
I don't remember this one. It doesn't mean much to me though, that shouldn't mean much because I'm woefully uneducated on SNL.
Yeah, I don't know nothing. All I
he's the
know
Blues
is
Brothers.
John Belushi is known for the Blues Brothers, which I haven't seen, though I need to.
I don't think I've seen. I think. Well, I think Raggedy, we put it on at
What's
Isaac's
up,
house.
sweetie?
And I just didn't really pay attention.
No, I've never seen it.
You watched Family Guy when you were younger?
Not a lie, I always hated Family Guy.
Family Guy exploded so much with each other, just kind of fun.
Really?
Chase scene, a lot. That's what I was asking Zach. I was wondering if he'd seen Family Guy. You might know some of the references.
I've seen Family Guy, but I haven't seen. I used to watch it a lot back in the day. It's been a long while though.
It's been a long December.
So I asked some of the guys, and I feel like rating 100 waifus and husbandos is something
yeah.
everyone's really excited about. I'm like, yeah, it'll be fun.
I gotta get my list.
I stole the idea, but you know. Oh no, this won't be a top 10 list, like calculating the best one. No, we're gonna look up 100 different ones, and we're gonna rate them personally.
Oh, we're just gonna rate them. Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna
I
break.
will do my best to play along.
Well, I won't know who they are either. I'm gonna look them up online and be all like, all right, I'm judging them by their look or their, like, I won't know who they are.
Are we doing this in terms of are we doing it on like Discord?
Yeah. This will be.
I haven't done a Discord one yet.
Have you really not? No, you definitely have done like one. Probably only one.
No,
though.
yeah, you're right. I think Super Moves was Discord. You're right.
Yeah.
And maybe then two then. 'Cause I think there was maybe another one. But I definitely remember the Super Moves being on Discord now I think about it. Right, James is going to be finally done with his school. Rift semester. So, Zach, from
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn, I finally started working on the main story again after finding all the vessels, all the metal flowers, all the corrupt. I'm at like level 43 and I'm 50 hours and then I'm just getting into Meridian.
Dude, it's a great game, man.
It is. And then found out that I have more, and did all the side quests I found, and now there's more side quests. Like, yes.
Well, you've done every side quest in the whole game?
I've done, dude, so, I'm at where you first get into the main big city and have to, like, look around and figure out where that one guy went. You know what I'm talking about?
First city.
Yeah, the main
Oh, like
city
the
Meridian.
giant one?
Yeah, but you know, like the first
The one
time
across,
you go there.
across the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm there. Or I just started going there. I'm level 43.
Gotcha. I don't know what level I am or what I was then. Then you're probably higher than me then, even though
I found all the metal flower collectibles, all the vantage points, all the bandit figures, all the coffee cup vessels. And,
did you get the secret armor?
No, because you have to pretty much beat the game before you can get it.
Okay.
But I got the one non-story power, because I think you get the power cells from, like, 4 of them from, like, the story.
Gotcha. Yeah,
And then the last one
I would definitely say it's worth it if you get the time to get it.
Oh, I am. I'm gonna get it so that I can do the rest of the hunting trials. Fuck those hunting trials, but I want to kind of pass it. So, I do want to try and get them.
Honestly, when I ended up getting it, I was really skeptical of it being good.
Yeah. Because isn't it like you get you're invulnerable for a little bit and then it recharges?
Well, so when you get it, you'll notice it has like no defense, which makes it the weakest armor in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Until you put it on, and then it gives you a second health bar because it gives you an energy shield.
What it is.
And when it breaks, it recharges, or if it's damaged, it recharges. So it's the best armor in the game. Literally, just gives you a second health bar.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah, what's up?
I have gotten all the weapons maxed out, and I realized I've gotten to level 43 wearing like the base armor.
Oh hell yeah, dude! That's pretty good. You still using the base weapons too?
No. I've been using a good weapon. I don't think I would have made it this far without like the sling bombs and the trip wires and all that.
Yeah, I more meant because you can get better versions of those weapons.
Yeah, no, I've got all the shadow versions of the weapons.
Okay. That'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah, it would be. I didn't think weapon and outfit modifications were really going to make that much of a difference until I actually put them on and like understood what things like handling actually meant. I was like, oh.
Not to mention with more armor and stuff, you can put more patches, which means you can have more upgrades.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know because I assume you can't put any patches on the shield leader armor, right?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, I've been saving some for that, but I also have that perk where like you can get the ring modifications without destroying them, so
yeah.
I might actually put them on some armor. Man, though, like the max armor still feels incredibly weak.
That's fair.
In terms of I mean, I guess it's strong if you only focus on one thing, but the fact that there's like 8 or 9 different kinds of damage reduction and only 3 slots at the max kind of really like hampers you.
How's that matchup going, Zach?
Very poorly.
Yeah. So I take it you don't play those characters very often.
I do occasionally play base Vegeta. I haven't played Frieza since the beta, and I don't play Nappa at all. Because Nappa's a zoner, and frickin' Frieza is also a zoner. Both things I don't play in fighting games.
Oh, so what do y'all think about all this cyberpunk shit going around?
Just that it's that it like has a lot of glitches.
Yeah, that's what. Well, I hear specifically it's PS4, Xbox One.
Really, I've heard that it's also PS4.
Yeah, PS4. Maybe PS5.
No, PS4. I heard the next gen versions are running pretty fine, and they just got an update that makes them work good again.
I must have cut out. I said PS4.
Oh, I only heard Xbox One. That's why. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's bound to happen.
Yeah. I do feel bad because apparently, like, a lot of the game is pretty much unplayable for a lot of people. And, like, Sony's not doing refunds, but, like, CPDR is like, we'll help you get your refunds, so... Apparently someone translated, I mean, it was so bad that apparently Sony filed an official business complaint against them.
Oh, CD Projekt Red?
Yeah. And, yep.
Well, isn't the story behind this game that it's been pushed back for quite a while?
Well,
yeah. It's had 5 or so delays, so they had to push it out right now.
Most egregiously. The most egregious one is, so Raggedy, do you know what going gold means for video games?
No.
So when a video game goes gold, it basically means work on it's pretty much done. They're just really like mass producing the discs and getting everything ready for release. Usually if the game goes gold, it's out like within maybe a month or two. So Cyberpunk was supposed to come out, I think last April, got delayed to like this past November. No, it might have been this past September or August and then November. Either way, it was supposed to come out like November 19th, I think. And the game went gold. People had taken, and this is a super hyped game.
Yeah,
as I'm sure you've noticed,
the...
it's incredibly hyped because the people who made it made The Witcher 3, and they've been touting this game since 2016ish.
Damn it!
And they so the game went gold. A guy was literally telling people who were going, "Hey, I'm taking off for work. I can't get this moved. The game is for sure coming out, right?" They're like, "Yeah." And then, like, literally the next day, after like someone on after one of their Twitter people told people that, they went, "Yeah, hi guys, we're actually delaying to December." It's incredibly uncommon, from what I hear, for a game to be delayed. Well, if it's gone gold, but apparently it was because I think a lot of people. I think it's pretty much just because the Xbox One and PS4 versions were so unpolished even at that point that they felt like they couldn't release it.
But now they have, and they have problems. I heard the most recent update is actually pretty, like, has fixed a lot of main issues.
Yeah. Apparently, though, they said in an investor meeting that they plan to be allocating people to just specifically work on improving the PS4 and Xbox One through, like, February.
Yeah. This also happens a lot with a game that has is made on different platforms.
Well, especially different generation platforms.
Yeah, especially if it's not planned ahead.
Yeah, I think what it was. Yeah, I think because it sounds like they always had planned it to be next gen, or at least pretty early on when they figured out how long it was really going to take them. They planned for next gen. And really, we're really going for PC actually, from what I've been hearing.
That seems like.
And but I think Sony and Microsoft are like, if you release it on PS5, Xbox One, you have to release it on the other ones because of the.
Very likely.
Yeah. And
which
I think
can always be
usually
when big titles.
Yeah, and usually when you have that kind of multi-platform deal, you can't just because a lot of people are like, why didn't they just release the PS5, Xbox One? Or Xbox Series X versions, and then release the other two.
Contracts.
Contracts, yeah. They probably had to release them all at once. Also, I mean, when that game gets out in the wild, it's out in the wild. People are going to hear all the nitty-gritty details about the plot, how it plays and stuff. And a lot of people would be pissed if they had to, if they were with PS4 and Xbox One X, just kept hearing about. Oh, the story does this. Mm-hmm. It's hard to avoid even when you're trying.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, my Google News is the worst for that. Luckily, it never really spoils me on anything I care about being spoiled. But, like, I know everything that happens in My Hero because Google News will come up and go, "You'll never guess who just got revealed, who's back, who died," and just have a picture of the person.
Well, thanks, Google.
Thanks, Google.
And when I say I don't care about it, I do want to read the manga and stuff, and it won't bother me that I know this stuff, but,
it's My Hero reveal stuff.
My Hero. But they don't bother me to actually see them.
That's good.
See, mine doesn't show me anything about My Hero.
Mine does. It's one of those things where like it shows up whenever I make like if I'm on Chrome, which it shows up like a lot when I'm making I think like a new tab or something. Yeah. Like the top story is about a certain character getting unmasked in it in the latest chapter. Which already tells me that, oh, so there's something significant about this character wearing a mask. And I did read it, because I'm trash.
I mean, I've currently, like, reading as it goes, so I haven't been spoiled yet.
Yeah.
Alright. Michael, who's my second team?
Vidal,
Okay.
Gohan's weird superhero guy, costume guy.
Gohan with no legs.
So Great Saiyaman's not directly
Saiyaman?
playable,
Oh.
but Gohan it obviously is.
Does he have that as a costume?
No, Videl, her moveset includes assists that summon the Great Saiyaman.
Is Hercule?
Hercule's not in the game.
Damn it! I was gonna have you just put all three of those.
Dude, fuck
together.
Hercule. I don't even want him in this game. I do want the Great Saiyaman as a costume, though. I do want that. I want that.
Fatty Boo.
Alright.
I don't know if there's two
Yeah,
different Boos.
yeah. Fat Boo and Kid Boo are both in the game.
Fiat Boo and Master Roshi, I guess.
Alright.
They don't call me the Great Turtle Hermit for nothing.
Once again, I play one of these characters. But hey, you know. I've practiced a little Roshi. I suck dick with Majin Buu. But Videl was part of my main team for a very long time.
Oh, nice.
For the next one, you should let each of us pick one, and you get to pick one.
Oh, that's
There
very
you
good.
go.
There you go.
Get ready for a Dragon Ball Rumble.
I'm also pumped. They announced the final death battle of the season. It's one I've suggested before. And that's why it always gets me hyped. I did put... Yeah, it's Hulk versus Broly.
Oh.
The big green angry boys.
I don't know enough about either Broly or Hulk's like upper limits to be able to have much of a guess on this.
That's a weird question, but
Well, it's because they're both big buff boys who get buffer and bigger when they're
I would think
when they get angry. So, so I do read the comics. I do know a lot about the Hulk, and obviously I know a shit ton about Broly.
Yeah.
And the answer is
if
absolute.
Broly blows up the planet he's on. Is he going to die?
Yes. Well, actually, no. He explicitly wouldn't die. He's done this before. He can make a barrier, and it would protect him. And Broly. So the answer is Broly. Absolutely, 100%. So Hulk is crazy. But the thing is, so Broly, Hulk is crazy because of where he's at. Like on Earth, he's crazy because there's like nothing that can kill him on Earth.
Yeah.
But in like the cosmic area of Marvel, like he's not that crazy.
That's true.
Like when you go to like Planet Busters and universe level threats, like he's not too wild. Like he's not beating Galactus or Thanos with his bare hands.
Yeah.
Now is Broly probably not. I'll say because those characters are pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I was gonna say Thanos. I don't know about that one.
Definitely
Broly
not.
versus Thanos?
I mean, yeah, because Thanos pretty fucking crazy, even with or without his glove. But like, not to
I'll say
mention,
with the glove, I don't.
with the glove, it's not even a contest.
Nothing.
No.
Yeah,
It's not even a contest. Without the glove, dude, that dude is fucking
there's no Broly.
crazy. 'Cause, I mean, Thanos literally studied science and magic and essentially created both in certain worlds.
Wow.
Yeah, Thornus was crazy. Galactus literally creates the cosmic energy of the entire universe by eating planets.
I love it. I'm here for it.
So yeah, Broly's crazy. You know, he destroyed the entirety of South Galaxy, which assuming when we're shown it, we see an entire, like, solar system. It seems like it's probably as big as ours, which blowing up an entire solar system is pretty fucking crazy.
Right.
And he lived through that without any issues, so... Oh, that leaves him in the air.
The
Interesting.
planet is blown up that Hulk's on. That's a weird one too. Is he?
No,
die
he's
in
dead.
space?
Yeah, he's dead. He cannot breathe in space. In fact, one time in a crossover comic, he actually ended up fighting Superman, which Hulk was winning the fight, but in the end, Superman, in an attempt to not allow them to destroy any more any more buildings or like the place around them, he essentially just grabbed him and flew him into space. And then he reverted back to Banner because he couldn't breathe. Because, yeah, remember, he's still completely human. He's just radioactive.
Yeah. Human.
Yeah, he is genetically 100% human. He's just radioactive.
Like an Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, like the Imagine Dragons song.
And Santa Claus.
And Santa Claus. Well, Santa Claus is a mutant.
Is that an X-Men thing?
Yeah, in X-Men, it turns out he is a mutant, and he's one of the strongest in the universe.
Oh my god. Is he a reality warper?
No, he's just like, he can like create presence, and he can travel throughout the entire world in a single night, literally going to every house individually.
Yeah.
He's literally an Omega level mutant, just like Jean Grey.
Okay.
He's just not a bitch.
I mean, she's infected by the Phoenix Force. It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, you know, he destroys stuff. Hulk. If you get to Crazy Hulk, you gotta talk about World Breaker.
Oh yeah.
So when Banner gives full control of the Hulk to the Hulk himself, he is essentially brimming with so much radiation that he becomes a World Breaker, which he's strong enough to shatter planets. His steps create earthquakes. And if he ends up in an area, it's so highly radiated that it's essentially uninhabitable. In fact, he's only done it like twice, once of which when he's fighting Sentry, which is Marvel's Superman, but way lamer, because he's like way more emo. They had a duel while in the state, but the planet suffered some pretty bad lacerations from it. But in the end, Hulk fought for so long that his essentially Hulk form got so overtaxed that he essentially had to use his healing factor to keep himself together, which is what caused it to where he couldn't keep up his anger, so he got reverted back to Banner because it's a
Just wasn't angry anymore.
well, yeah, it's another thing, but like
Talking himself out, man.
So, in actuality, so a person can only be angry for so long before they become apathetic.
Yeah.
The reason Hulk can stay angry for so long, though, is because due to his actual healing factor, he can keep producing the shit in his head to just stay angry anyway.
Gotcha.
But if he keeps using his healing factor, obviously he can't keep producing that chemical in his head, so he can't stay angry anymore, in effect reducing him back to Banner.
Yeah.
So he can't if a fight overtaxes him, he just can't stay angry forever. Not to mention,
Yeah.
you can flip it in
make-
saying that if he's fighting somebody just way more powerful than him, he'll just be obliterated.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Like so he can't. Basically, as Hulk, he's also making more, like a lot more of the hormones and stuff that would keep him
Exactly.
angry.
But
I like
yeah,
that.
either way, by just you know, fighting people stronger than him, he'll just lose. Like, which has happened tons of times. I mean, you can even see it in Infinity War when he literally just gets bodied in a 10-hit combo from Thanos, who's using none of his stones at the time.
That's the most screwed.
Fat Thor, can we get Fat Hulk?
It's happened before in comics. I don't think we'll get it in the movies, but but I'd be here for it.
Me too.
Come here, you bastard. Yeah.
Those were some crazy explosions. I guess there's more to
Nah, the true travesty would be Fat Captain America.
That would
be
The accurate Captain America.
I think that's happened.
That's true.
The accurate Captain America.
Actually, who would be funny is Fat Tony Stark, because I'd love
Yeah,
to see
dude,
Fat
Fat Iron
He'd
Man.
have to make a Fat Iron Man suit.
What if he's not even fat? He just makes one that's fat because he's depressed.
No,
I
he would just drown himself in
Hulkbuster?
alcohol like normal.
Yeah,
No, Hulkbuster is more muscle. That's thick.
I mean, that's true.
Where's thick Black Widow? There you go.
Oh yes, actually.
She still tries to fit in the tight leather.
I heard someone put out an interesting theory, or probably more like a fan want, of since Marvel's kind of obviously kind of moving into multiverse stuff now,
Yeah.
bringing an alternate universe Killmonger, who was Black Panther in his thing, to replace the Black Panther in our universe, or in the movie universe.
I don't know. They're also pushing that you know, that new show they're about to make, the animated show What If,
Oh yeah,
which is what that would like be pretty much made for.
yeah.
But they've already announced a lot of the ones they're about to do.
Oh yeah.
One of
As
which
far as I know,
does.
I don't think
one
there's
of-
a plan.
There's only like I think 3 episodes already confirmed.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought you were talking about it planned for the movie slate.
Yeah, no, there's just a couple of movies announced and when they're supposed to come out, and that's about as far as we got.
And I'm assuming that Black Panther 2 is just indefinite right now while they figure.
No, they've confirmed it's still coming. They just said Chadwick
Oh, yeah,
Boseman's. All they've said about it though is Chadwick
He's
Boseman will
not
not be
getting
replaced. Yeah,
No,
which
Like,
is good. You know, I didn't.
they're-
Nobody
yeah.
wanted that.
no, they're not just gonna be like, oh hey, here's so and so actor T'Challa now, but someone will take the mantle. That'd be very fucked up.
Yeah,
A lot of people wanted his sister,
which still
it
could
seemed
happen.
Like they were, still could happen. She's definitely been, I think, a favorite and forerunner, although she kind of shot herself in the foot recently.
Oh yeah.
She shared a video on Twitter that was like really anti-vax, and the comments on it were really transphobic.
I'm sure Disney's wants that to be
Yeah.
what everyone thinks about her.
And I mean, when I say she shared this, I mean she shared it like, I'm talking COVID vaccine, too, by the way, not like an old anti-vax video.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Like it was like this past week or weekend. Yeah, me too.
I don't know.
Actually, what is kind of funny though is Don Cheadle kind of called her out about her or something because like I guess she I think she said something about how like you know when I was like it's unfair that you know something along those lines of like they don't want you questioning things or they turn on you to question things. And Don Cheadle said bye Letitia.
Bye, Letitia.
Yes.
Don Cheadle's the fucking best, though.
Yes.
I'm so glad he's coming back for that new show coming out.
Me too. It's
Armored Wars,
yeah.
which is crazy because that's Iron Man's biggest story ever. But you know we don't have Iron Man.
Yeah. Dude, I think it's really crazy that we're getting Ironheart.
Are we? I didn't see anything about that.
Yeah, she's getting a series.
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
That's what I said.
I didn't know
I know
Ironheart
she
was
was
getting a
very
show.
unpopular when they first.
You did?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me that?
I mean, I don't blame you for missing a couple announcements from the giant fucking shit pile. They just
But yeah, no, it's all cool stuff. I'm all for like I think What If is what I'm most excited for, honestly, because it's one of my favorite old comic books. And then taking that, turning it into a show with the Watcher.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already got. I know 2 of the stories. I forget what the 3rd one was though.
There's
Because I know it's what if Agent Carter was Captain America,
and Zombie Cap.
or sorry, Captain Britain. Yeah, Zombie Cap. That's right. It's a universe where Captain America is a
And
zombie.
then what if Yondu took?
Yeah. What if Yondu when he
got
picked up?
T'Challa
Yeah. What if
instead of
instead of Quill, Yondu picked up T'Challa?
Oh.
I don't know if it's a what if T'Challa was Star-Lord, but it could be that.
I mean, it's kind of basically the same thing.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna call him Star-Lord.
And he would be Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Just more quizzical and not afraid of what's going on around him.
Yeah. Does this imply that Peter Quill becomes the king of Wakanda?
I assume no. I would highly doubt it.
Me too, but what if? So I'm trying to think what else they announced. Because they announced like quite a few.
Yeah, we got a lot more details on some of their other shows.
Yeah, because I know I keep forgetting that they have a Kamala Khan show. In
Yeah, Miss Marvel. Yep,
I know. I'm excited about that.
very much so. They also confirmed that she'll be appearing in Captain Marvel 2,
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that is right.
which is good because you know Captain Marvel is obviously a big part of Miss Marvel's story.
Yeah. And then, did they confirm it, or has that just been rumored that Rogue is going to be in that movie?
Yeah, I believe that's just a rumor. I mean, Brie Larson not coming back is also, or like getting released is also just a rumor. Like, there's been nothing about that yet. So whether that's gonna happen is hard to say. But
she was released.
same.
from what I understand, it seems like they are kind of building her and Spider-Man to be, kind of the big,
Yeah, it just seems like a lot of fans don't like her. Is pretty much it. Which, I mean, sure. I currently don't have any issues with her that I can think of.
Yeah, me either.
I do like so obviously we also know that, like, everybody's coming back for Spider-Man 3.
Yes, the Goku and...
Yeah, I saw that. There was that fucking post.
It made me sad.
I mean, it's not true, but it's pretty fucking funny. Let's get him back. He's still acting. Get him back. Get him back as Goku for the Spider-Man movie.
That would make more sense than the actual show they created.
That's true. It turns out it was just a Marvel picture. That's why it didn't have anything to do with Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Oh.
Now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
Because who all have we announced? I see, there's
rumor that we're supposed to get Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield back, but that is not actually confirmed.
But didn't they? But they have confirmed, I think, the actor that plays the Daredevil in the show.
That is also actually not confirmed either.
Oh. Neither is the guy who played the original Doc Ock.
That was confirmed. Yes, the guy who played Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2 will be coming back, reprising his role. Though, yeah, the stuff about Daredevil not quite confirmed, but it is rumored that they are in talks with him to be back in some kind of capacity, whatever that might be.
Okay. Just everybody. You know who I want to see them bring back? Goku. Carl from Aqua Hungry Force.
His voice actor? Or is that...
He fights Wolverine.
His voice actor dressed up as
fights Wolverine.
Hey, come on,
we got confirmed Fantastic Four is being is actually coming.
Yep, that was a good one.
So that's pretty cool. Okay, so now each person picks a character. So Andy picked.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Here, I'll pick Cell.
Cell.
Perfect Cell.
Perfect Cell.
And then I'll be right back.
All right. Who you pick, Andy?
Well, with the most powerful Goku.
Most powerful Goku. So Blueku. That's I'm down for that. And I really just feel like playing him, so I'm also gonna pick Broly. But I'm gonna play Legendary Broly.
I was thinking about rewatching the Broly Super movie.
Oh, it's so good.
I liked it a lot. I never really liked Broly as a character.
Yeah, no one did. No one did. I still stand Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan is actually not bad. It's like 30 minutes of pure garbage, and then it's 45 minutes of one really cool fight scene.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you know what? As a 90s kid who watched Dragon Ball Z and watched the anime movies with the American soundtracks, all I wanted was badass AMVs for my movies. But Super Broly I like much more because, gave him an actual, good character. Chi-Li's fantastic. Lemo is cool. Frieza is golden in that freaking movie.
Yeah.
It's like he's God tier in that film.
That's his
Oh
best,
my
that's
gosh,
Frieza.
Broly! A stray blast has hit your father! It's
Yeah,
too
he's great.
Frieza as this like whiny asshole who just lies to everybody to get his way is somehow perfect. Is all I could ask for.
He's evil. He's supposed to be like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like we already know what Toriyama based his character on, so it only fits.
Who did he base his character on?
He based Frieza on pushy telemarketers. Because he said they're the most evil people on the planet.
That's interesting. Sounds like Akira Toriyama, I guess.
Also, Cell is his least favorite villain for only one reason.
Which is?
He was the most annoying to draw. Because he had to darken in each and every single one of those little spots on him, and he hated it.
Spot.
Sorry, I had to reset the water heater for James when he was in the bathtub.
Oh, nice.
It goes cold in my house. I actually missed it by a couple minutes. Poor guy. That's okay, because I accidentally got graphite embedded in my finger.
It makes it look like he was sitting out in the sun for too long. Got faded.
Did you guys see the crazy news with WB and its movie slate?
Doesn't it?
Not at all.
So they made a lot of WB pissed off a lot of people.
How this time?
They put like a bunch of their big tentpole movies like Dune, and King Kong vs. Godzilla. They just were like, you know what, we're just not going to release them in theaters. We're going to put them on
HBO Max. Yeah.
But here's the issue.
Okay.
They funded only 25% of those movies. The other 75% came from, I think, Legendary Pictures for both of them. And they told Legendary Pictures they were doing this like an hour before they went public with it. And for instance, like the Dune movie, you know, it's the first of two movies, but the second movie is only going to get greenlit if the first movie is successful enough. So there's basically six.
Gotcha.
Or they're getting simultaneous release, maybe, or something like that.
So in terms of pissed, is other studios are pissed.
Oh yeah,
They're pretty much they're not going to be making
directors. Well, other studios, the actors, the directors, the behind the scenes people.
So I get they're upset, but as a consumer, I'm not affected in any way.
Well, it depends. In certain ways.
I mean, if you wanted to see it in theaters.
Well, I can't
More
see
so
it in
if
theaters,
you
so
like
it's
them
fine.
enough. More so if you like them enough that you want to make a movie franchise.
Yeah, well, I don't care about Dune, to be honest.
I haven't heard about it, but
Well, I could also,
It's
I
an
don't
old,
know,
very
it could
popular,
also be-
like, monster movie. I do want to see Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, but what if we sync the studio that we're making them and totally throws off the fault they had, or like Godzilla universe and all that? I don't know how.
I mean, you're right about that. Though I will say that I really didn't want another movie after this one.
Oh, okay.
If we get another movie, cool, sure. I expect them to do more, honestly.
Oh, definitely.
and just because this one studio is done with Godzilla, do you think they're done with Godzilla forever? I don't.
No. Toho still owns the Japanese rights. It's just we wouldn't have any more American films from
At
this
least for a while,
series.
because you would have to
Convince another studio to pick it up again, knowing that they might embezzle, like they might change their money plans again.
Yeah.
Hard to convince people to lose more money.
Well, it'll be hard to convince people to work with WB, and WB I believe holds the licenses for all this distribution. But I guess what it really is AT&T, who owns WB and all these things, is
Yeah.
in really bad debt, like $150 billion debt.
Is that all?
Apparently, that's coming due. 150 billion that's coming due in the next like 4 years.
Nice. So it might go
So
bankrupt.
I
That's
guess
what's
they're
up.
just kind of emergency jettisoning things and like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you know, when you make a terrible film franchise like the DC cinematic universe, you know, you're gonna have to pay for it at some point.
True.
And if you don't put the money
I'm
in and
excited to
get
see
the
that
right
movie,
people
though.
behind it, man, you gotta make successful films, or people stop seeing these movies.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna watch the movies for man.
Oh, I'm gonna see all of them, like I always do, but like, it's
But I see
telling.
why people are very angry. Although Dune getting successful enough to get a second movie with a little bit of a long shot, you know, because it's very expensive and Dune itself is kind of niche.
Yeah. Honestly, the one I mean, it's really telling when you got films like Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, like that movie, being the lowest grossing of these DC movies. But I'd say it's like one of the better ones.
I was about to say, pretty much everyone I know said that
It was
that's
definitely fun.
at least top 5.
Yeah, but it reviewed terribly and made
Did it?
made the least amount of money. Yep, it really did.
I didn't know that. I thought it reviewed pretty well.
No, you'd think so, because honestly, seeing it, I didn't mind it.
Everyone I knew said it. Everyone I knew that actually seen it, at worst said it's alright.
I saw
And
it.
a lot
I
of them
thought
are
it was
like,
great.
no, it's really good.
I thought the villain was awesome, which of course it was gonna be, because it's Ewan McGregor.
I mean, it's got a 78% Rotten Tomatoes score and a 78% audience score. That's pretty high, especially
Yeah,
for
that's good.
DC movies.
Oh, that's
I wouldn't say it was terrible at that rate. Wait. I'm looking at the list of the cast. Is there no Poison Ivy in this movie?
No, why would Poison Ivy be in that movie?
Birds of Prey. I thought she. Oh, that's right.
no,
Birds of Prey was different.
She
That's
has
right.
nothing to do with
Birds
Birds
of
of
Prey
Prey.
was
In fact,
Harley
actually,
Quinn
Harley Quinn has nothing to do with Birds of Prey either. But
I thought the Birds of Prey TV show. What was the Birds of Prey TV show? Who were the three? Black.
oh, jeez, I don't know. Birds of Prey is a comic book thing, though. Like it's a team.
Yeah, it was also like a really short-lived, like a couple.
Yeah, it was a
episodes.
one-season CW show.
Oh, the fuck did that happen?
Long time ago.
You know, wait,
Oh, Batgirl, Batwoman, Black Hair Huntress. I think they're the general three that are always in, or that usually are in.
Well, I'll tell you, not all of them are in that movie. But
Yeah. Katana has, or not Katana.
Katana.
Poison Ivy actually, according to Wikipedia, has and Catwoman have been in there on the team at one point.
Oh yeah.
Funny enough, I don't see Harley Quinn though.
Yeah, no, Harley Quinn's never been a part of it. Yeah, I knew
I wonder
that.
if people are gonna put some respect on my girl Ivy's name if I heard a movie.
Poison Ivy? She's been in a movie.
Which one was it? One of the bad ones?
Yeah, she's in Batman and Robin.
A good movie. A decent.
You're asking a lot.
There's also Uma Thurman.
Yeah, it was Uma Thurman.
I could buy that. I could buy her as Poison Ivy. I should watch those movies at some point. I hear they're at least entertaining.
Not really, but you can watch them if you want.
Not even the Bat Nipples?
No.
It had good moments.
Did it? Name me like two.
The one with Batman in it.
That one's it.
Yeah, that scene. Yeah.
Dude, Batman's in it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I would love to marathon all the
then
bad
this-
comic book
number
movies.
2, the scene with Robin, obviously.
Dude, every scene with Robin in that movie had the worst scenes in the whole film. Which is funny, because in the previous film, which is bad, he's actually one of the bright spots of the movie.
I can't even keep track of which one is which in my head.
So
We're talking about the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
yes,
Yeah, it's just there was like back to back, weren't they? It was like
yes, it was Batman Forever, which had Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
yeah.
I sort of like that one too.
It's a bad movie, man.
That's okay.
Was that the Tim Burton directed one too, or is
No,
that Steven Soderbergh?
so the Tim Burton ones were the first
I
two
know
in
the
the
Tim Burton.
in the quadrilogy.
Yeah, and I
'cause-
know those two are well regarded.
Yes,
I wasn't sure if
Batman
he did three as
1989 is a fantastic movie, and Batman Returns often is actually not well received, but has a cult following, which I am part of because it's pretty
Same.
fun. It
I
is
like it.
pretty good. It's very
Returns is the
dark.
Catwoman one, right?
That is the Catwoman one, yes.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it has Catwoman and the Penguin, played by, of course, Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Who does a
Pretty awesome.
spectacular job of that movie
He does though.
as like the most disgusting, creepy man of all time. Like the whole movie, he's trying to have sex with Catwoman in like the grossest, like most lecherous way possible as a rich man. But yeah, then after that you got Batman Forever, which was the first of the Schumacher films.
Oh, so there's like 3 of these.
There's 4
kind of bad
movies.
ones.
Well,
Oh.
Joel Schumacher. Yeah, no, it was Batman Forever,
Oh yeah, sorry, he did the
and
other
then
two.
and then Batman and Robin. Though there was
got
plans for
confused.
a third movie, Batman and Robin was so poorly received that they never made a sequel.
Oh.
For pretty obvious
I don't
reasons.
know why
really.
I'm going all, but
Yeah, yeah. I know you were pretty broken up about it. Yeah. But yeah, I would love to go back and watch like all of the terrible comic book movies, or at least a chunk of them, because there's a fuck ton. But because I mean, if you look at like the worst ones, Batman and Robin is definitely one of them. I still stand the worst comic book movie ever is Superman 4 Quest for Justice, or Quest for Peace.
I still haven't seen either of the first two. Well,
Oh,
any of them, really.
yeah, Superman the movie and Superman 2 are both very good.
I've always heard that, and I just haven't gotten around to them. Honestly, and I've always wanted to at least give the Man of Steel movie a try.
Oh, hated that movie. I still
Yeah,
hated
I
that
hear
movie.
it's. Yeah,
Which one?
Man of Steel.
I thought it was okay.
Honestly,
most I
I'll
ever
be
hear.
real. Dawn of
People say
Justice, I didn't hate. It's not good, but I didn't hate it. Man of Steel, I didn't like at all, and Justice League's pretty fucking terrible.
someone.
But there's a few scenes I
wow,
like.
I think you are like the opposite of the entire trend that I've heard, which is generally most people I've heard consider them all to be pretty varying levels of bad.
Yeah,
but
they're all
usually
bad movies.
They do usually when I hear people talk about it's like Batman v Superman's the worst,
Yeah,
and then
fair.
usually Justice League and Man of Steel swap spots.
Yeah, I can watch Justice League because there's a few scenes I like, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But overall, it's pretty fucking terrible.
So for Superman, is it more the? I mean, obviously it's a lot of stuff. Is a
Yeah.
lot of it in terms of like the look of the movie, or
Absolutely. It is a very ugly movie due to its diluted color.
yeah, I seen.
I also
I asked that.
I never liked Cavill as Superman, no matter how much he looks like Superman in real life.
Yeah.
I think Justice League was the first movie I didn't hate him in, and that's like the big thing, is because it's the only movie where they let him be, like a goofy guy.
Which is what he is. He's a goofy fucking nerd.
Well, he's he's Superman.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about Henry Cavill.
I don't know enough about Cavill to say that, but
Oh no, he's a goofy fucking nerd.
well, hell yeah. So yeah, let him be that, because that's Superman.
He's a huge fucking gamer. Like, I think he said, I think it was for his casting call. It might be his cast call for Superman. He almost missed it because he was too busy doing a raid on Warcraft.
Hell yeah, this is my dude. So now, where the fuck is that Superman?
There's a big reason he's Geralt from The Witchers. He was like, I fucking love that game.
Oh,
Get
Geralt
me into this concept.
of Rivia.
Geralt, yeah. I always call him Geralt. It is Geralt. I played a whole fucking game where they kept calling Geralt, and I still call him that. Whole ass motherfucking game. And not even like one of the good ones. I liked it. But it was the first one.
Oh boy. I hear that one's very rough.
It is. I got used to it pretty well. It is rough though. I also didn't mod it.
Alright.
Fucking air-assed it, man.
But yeah, because you know, in the DC movies, they start with Man of Steel. It's boring.
Yeah.
And that's why I hate it. Because to me, boring is worse than bad.
That's why I never watched it, because it looked... Okay, it both kind of looked boring. Honestly, what it was I was getting Batman fatigue, or Christopher Nolan fatigue from the Batman movies. And the
as
way
you
they
should,
looked.
because man, Dark Knight's good. Those other two are like...
Oh, I really enjoyed
Kinda,
Batman Begins. In fact,
There's
I
a
think
few
I like
parts of
Batman
Begins
Begins
I
a
like.
little more than
Dark
Knight. But I've always been someone who really likes the origin stories and stuff before things get worse.
Sure.
I like myself some dark movies, but for some reason I always, in like series that, I always prefer the more lighthearted beginning parts.
Well, Begins is not lighthearted.
Yeah, not
Compared to fucking Dark Knight, it is.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, it felt way more like it felt way more like a continuation of the TV the cartoon than Dark Knight did to me. Which I think is part of why and I don't know if that holds up now. This was also in the middle of me being again super fatigued about not only Christopher Nolan but just the general. Dark Knight's a great movie. I was just fucking sick and tired of hearing about it.
Sure. Then after Man of Steel, which is boring, which ultimately is what kills it for me. You have shit. What was that? Then it was Dawn of Justice, because they went right into that shit. Which I like. I don't hate it as much as most people. Every scene with honestly, every scene with with Lex Luthor, I laugh at because it's so fucking terrible. Like his Lex Luthor, I kind of appreciate because I thought it was cool that it was a modern billionaire, because he's like he's supposed to be like, what if fucking the owner of Facebook was a supervillain?
The exact like I think Jesse Eisenberg actually played Mark Zuckerberg.
He did in the Social Network, which is why that casting worked. The problem is, for a character like Lex Luthor is such a defined character that changing him that drastically was not gonna go well. Because he was not Lex Luthor at all. Like, that's a simple fact.
He was basically like his own character.
Which is fine.
But maybe don't call him Lex Luthor.
Especially after a not especially well received previous film. Yeah, it was just not a great call.
Well, is General Zod considered pretty true to comics?
That General Zod was pretty accurate. To be fair, Zod is such a well-known character because he's appeared in a lot of movies. Here's the thing: he's only been in like 3 stories. He is not a big. He is not a big Superman character.
I feel like I never really hear anyone actually talk about him outside the context of the Man of Steel.
Yeah, because he's in the second Superman movie, which he's great in, and he's in Man of Steel. But like in the comics, he's not really used that much. He's
I mean,
not
like,
really
whenever-
a big
yeah.
Superman villain.
I hear people say, like, talk about, oh, Superman's villains. It's Brainiac. It's,
Yeah, who's
the
fantastic.
Darkseid.
Fantastic.
What's his name? The one you can't pronounce the name recently.
Oh,
Mr.
Mr. McSpicklick.
McSpicklet.
Yeah, the only
even
reason
him-
there is a pronunciation is because of the cartoon, and he's played by Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, that's like perfect casting.
It
Like,
is. He's so good in that those 2 episodes too. Mr. Mix.
every time I hear about him and look at him, I think of the alien from the Flintstones.
Yeah, the Great Gazoo.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's an older, very old character actually, but
really.
oh yeah, extremely old.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, very very classic Superman villain. Not a big one. Like he's only used for like usually one-off comics or occasional stories. Because he's not like he's not like a super villain. He's not like evil. He's just a interdimensional god from the 5th dimension who has the power to alter reality at will. Who
Just an interdimensional god from the 5th dimension.
the reason I say just is because he only uses it to mess with Superman.
Yeah.
Like that's his whole point. Is he like Superman was the first person who played his game and won. So he sees him as the best person to mess with because he's the only one who doesn't take who can deal with his shit.
Yeah.
So since he's the only challenge, he's the most fun to play with.
Yeah.
Not to mention, the only way to defeat Mr. McSpicklick is to convince Mr. McSpicklick to read his own name backwards.
Oh. There's only so many times you can do that. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like,
But
you have to
Superman once
invent
did it for like over a year, with him coming back every month.
Oh wow.
Until they had one final challenge, which had him banned for like a century or something. There's even one time a storyline where the Joker gets Mr. McSpicklick's power by tricking him.
Oh god.
It's
That's
actually not. It was pretty like crazy because it took like he kind of fucked with the universe.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's not a very good story. Had a
no,
lot
I
of
just meant him just in general, kind of terrifying concept.
Yeah, which is why they did it. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, not a very good story.
I feel like they've done that a couple of times. Let's somehow give Joker
Superpowers.
a superpower that he should just never have.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Is like the big trade-off for him being such a evil and powerful villain is he has no superpowers. So if he ends up dealing with the Justice League, he'll often not fight them or interact with them. He'll just have an evil plan, because that's how he gets around it. But making him like actually powerful, and now he's a problem.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the appeal. But not to mention he's one of the biggest, most famous, and probably greatest supervillains in fictional history. So, you take it with what you will.
Yeah.
I would say he's maybe the most iconic.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. Whichever medium you're looking at, movies, comics, TV shows, he's appeared in so much different stuff that everyone's probably experienced him in some format.
Such a part of pop culture at this point, man.
Absolutely. He's a great villain. Like, he's had so many different iterations based on who's writing him and who's playing him.
Yeah.
That it makes him always interesting to see what they're going to do with him. And it's crazy. He was supposed to only be in one issue.
Yeah, he's kind of a throwaway villain at first.
Yep, he was supposed to only appear once in Detective Comics #1, and Batman was supposed to stop him. He was supposed to fall off a boat and die. We'd never see him again. However, after he was seen as very popular as this gangster villain, which Batman didn't really have, which Batman didn't have at the time, of the 1930s, they added an extra panel of showing him like kind of crawling out of the water at the end, showing that he did survive, and that he will be back. He wouldn't come back though for like another like a shit ton of issues though.
Yeah. And then the Jokers we know him kind of didn't start filming until the 70s, right?
Yes, because in the first you had the like 30s and 40s, pretty much the 30s into the 50s, where he was just a mobster.
Yeah, he was like a goofy monster.
He was kind of like a mobster, and then in the 60s he was made to be more similar to the TV show, so he was more of a goofy criminal, where he would, steal from the chat, like the fucking, I don't know, like Chatter Teeth Factory or the like shit like that. That was pretty much the gimmick of the 60s, was you had to steal or commit crimes based around your gimmick, and he was a clown, so that's what he did.
I'm guessing there was a penguin episode where he was stealing penguins.
It was probably something more like he was stealing ice from like from the or from an exhibit or some shit like that. It's always goofy and was often bad. The 60s was a weird time for comic books. Yeah. DC was not doing great at the time.
Ice.
Yeah, for a special lounge for his puffin collection. Anyway, after that, you had the roaring. So actually, early in the 60s, after Joker would appear, actually they ran out of ideas for what to do with him in terms of these goofy crimes. Yeah. So, which is funny because with such a clown-themed character, you think he would be perfect for the 60s. They deemed him unusable and just stopped using him for like 8 years.
Holy shit.
He wouldn't come back until the early 1970s, when the desire was a complete rebranding. So literally that's when Batman would become really dark, and they would theme it around the Watchmen and Killing Joke, which would come out around that time. And from then on, like, that was like that's where Batman's gothic tones came from, was the 1970s.
Yeah. I know 70s is really when kind of Batman, as we know him, as a darker...
The Dark Knight is when the Dark Knight was born.
Yeah, it was more 70s, and definitely was... Like the start in the 70s and by the 80s had really been defined.
Yeah, 100%.
So I watched The Killing Joke for the first time recently. Really liked it.
The movie? I still haven't seen the movie version.
You said you saw it in what?
For the first time.
Yeah. What'd you think of it?
Really good.
It was really good. That's actually really surprising because everyone hates it.
What? Yeah. Well, you gotta remember, everyone is coming at it from having read the comic, and they make from what I understand, they make a lot of changes, fairly big changes that a lot of people don't like because of the way it, like, for instance, I think what they do with Barbara Gordon, isn't it like even a little more brutal than in the comic?
Well, so what they do with Barbara is the first half of the movie is a story featuring Barbara Gordon. That's actually not part of the comic at all. In fact, basically, once you get to the point where they run into the Joker is the start of the comic book. So one of Alan Moore's biggest regrets in making that comic, as he said in the past, was the fact that he used Barbara Gordon as a plot device rather than as a character. And he really regretted that. So the movie tries to give her something before that happens. The unfortunate part, though, is it's really just not necessary in the movie, and it just kind of pads it out in terms of time.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the rest of the movie is a literal shot-for-shot recreation of the comic, but most people sour on it for the fact that though it's shot-for-shot the comic, it unfortunately suffers in the fact that it doesn't really one thing, it doesn't have the art, which the art for Killing Joke is very iconic. Other than that, at least the performances are really good. You know, Kevin Conroy is always fantastic, and Mark Hamill as the Joker is always a good time.
Yeah, I noticed him right the second I heard him. Like, yep, my favorite Joker voice.
Yeah.
So really, it was just the art, and then the like first half of the movie that really killed it for a lot of people.
I guess since I never read the comic, I didn't really.
You should,
Oh, there
you
you
should
go.
take your time to read it because it's not.
It's also
easy to
pretty
find,
short.
It's not long. It's like 64 pages.
It's also
Okay.
it's also really easy to find because they've re-released like 200 times.
It's probably the most popular Batman graphic novel.
100%.
I mean, it's kind of his most famous story at this point.
Yeah, it was literally so good that it was supposed to be a one-off story that became canon. But that's Alan Moore for you.
Well, apparently the ending got changed in a lot of yeah. People don't like to change the ending. Yeah. And yeah, it seems like people, yeah, like you said, people just didn't really like having to sit through the original Barbara Gordon story.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be fine if it was
I think-
just a better story. It just wasn't that, like, the previous story
They didn't.
is pretty weak. Like, I love Barbara, like, but if I'm being honest, unfortunately, I've read no good comics with Barbara Gordon as the lead of it. Like, when I read Rebirth, I decided it's so good reading all these, like, I hadn't read a single bad story in it. So I was like, you know what? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read everybody's story. So I read, like Wonder Woman was not very good, like, I didn't like it that much. I didn't think it was bad, but I just wasn't about it, so I stopped reading that one.
I mean,
But
it's okay to be bad, just not boring.
yeah, just not boring. Which with comics, that's a little harder. Honestly, you probably shouldn't be bad because it's a lot harder to be boring since you're just comic books. But man, her comic's fucking terrible. Like Rebirth, Batgirl was awful.
That's
Which sucks even worse because I love, like, her new costume is also probably my favorite, like, redesigned, like, classic costume of all time. 'Cause, you know, she had her classic, like, dark Batgirl costume, which is, you know, is good. But man, her new, like, purple and yellow costume looks so fantastic.
Oh yeah, that is. I do like that. Yeah, it really does look good though.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks good until you see the fucking Halloween costume versions of it, and it looks terrible.
The what version?
The Halloween costume versions.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, sure, but that's with any costume.
I saw. God. Let's see if I have it in here. I saw some fucking. Well, I always love Halloween shopping and looking at costumes because I'll just find the most whack shit. It's the best.
Someone just straight nightmare fuel.
I remember. Gosh, I didn't find the picture, but I had a good one that was just like fucking. It was a Sora costume.
Uh-oh.
That it just looked amazing.
Sora!
Why'd you have to do this to me, Sora?
Sora, I'm changing.
The darkness, Sora.
You guys probably saw the meme for it. My favorite cosplay ever is Richard Nixon from Futurama.
Oh god.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
Oh no, you really did find now. I was at Spirit USA and they had a Keyblade replica and I immediately sent a picture to Joe and went round to.
Is he gonna have to key the truck that he drives?
I think that's what we're talking about. Or he pops over Isaac's tires.
It's still not a tires. It's an 18-wheeler.
Well, 18 and knows gotta do it. I believe in Joe though.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah. Just fucking starts biting it.
Like, just start shooting out the tires.
Bang, 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 bang. Flop, flop.
So, Mike, have you seen any of the new Eric Andre season?
Shit, I forgot it came out. No, was it good?
Very good.
It sucks that Hannibal's, is he actually leaving? Or was that just a
he
joke?
actually
a meta
quit.
joke? Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a meta joke or not.
I
'cause-
don't
No,
really know. I've only seen the first 4 episodes.
I mean, if he's not in any of those, I would assume he's probably not coming back.
He's in the first one. He quits on the show, pulls out a nose hair, and puts on the desk and says, "Clone me." And then they clone him. And they're like, "We can make it better than Hannibal. He's Glannable."
Damn, I don't. You're right. I don't know.
He's just wearing the same clothes as Hannibal. It's just a different black suit.
Oh my god. And is this guy there for the rest of the season?
Well, do you want me to spoil it?
No, don't do that because I do want to watch that now.
Yeah, I need to see it.
It sounds pretty fantastic, though. I'm all for it.
Like, damn it, I already kind of... But this is the thing.
No, it's
It's
fine.
pretty good. Have you seen pictures of him?
No,
No, I
I've
didn't
seen
know
literally
he
nothing.
Oh my god, one more spoiler is he shaved his head.
Okay.
Eric
Yeah.
Andre did?
Yeah.
Okay,
I did know
thought you were
that.
still talking about
I've seen that in the trailers of him with no hair.
And it's terrifying. It's like evil Howie Mandel.
Oh god. That's actually a perfect description of him. Actually,
Yeah,
no,
check
it's
it out.
not.
It's really good.
Because Howie Mandel was like, ain't shit.
Which is funny because at one point Howie Mandel was on his show in the earlier season. Nick didn't want to sit on the chair and shit.
I
It's
remember that.
pretty
Well, he's like a germaphobe in real life.
Yeah.
I don't know if I asked you, Andy, but did you end up watching the Hot Ones with the Undertaker?
I did. I liked it. I also liked the one with Stone Cold.
Oh yeah, I forgot Stone Cold was on it. Taker was a hard ass though. He didn't go
Yeah,
for the milk at all. He just ate that shit. Said it was way too hot though. He was very.
Yeah, he was in pain. I kind of like that show. It always makes me want wings, but
Yeah, it's a good time.
Undertaker shooting hard on hot sauce.
Alright. Oh, whoops. Not what I wanted to do. I think I'll end the stream there. I still need to make dinner for myself. For my gorgeous, gorgeous self.
Don't talk like that.
I know that you've attained master of a photosynthesis.
Yeah, you're right. Lucky Red is not anything if not plant man. The ability to create to just commit to photosynthesis at all times.
Yeah.
Dude, I just meditate and
Need
the
food.
synthesis goes into me. Oh, there's one thing I did want to do though, cause so you guys are like the biggest Pokemon guys in terms of the games. That I know
the
of.
current one, but
No, not the current one, but just in general.
What's up?
So found out there's a fan Pokemon game. Obviously, right. So I wanted to play one of them because I watched a stream recently of Alpha Red, who did a charity stream
Oh yeah.
for 10 hours with Jaden Animation, and he played Sapphire, Jaden played Ruby, and they had to beat the whole, see who could beat the game first for charity. And but the thing was that the game was randomized, so the Pokemon and item drops were completely random.
Yeah.
Which is fun because, you know, for example, Jaden and Alphared's first Pokemon, they didn't get to pick it, they were just given it. Jaden got a Raticate, and Alphared got a Vileplume. And then, but Jaden, when traveling, one of the first challengers, one of the youngsters, sent out his Voltorb, and I was like, okay, you know, it's not weird for a youngster to have the Voltorb. Some of them do. His second Pokemon after the Voltorb was very easily beaten was a level 5 Rayquaza.
Oh my god.
They still one-shotted it because it was level 5, but yep, this little kid had just was like, man, my Voltorb didn't work. Alright, plan B, Rayquaza.
This fucking snake thing I got. The kid doesn't know what it is.
Yeah, I found this thing like outside my house in the bushes. So I caught it.
Never seen a Rayquaza before, but it seems cool.
I don't even know what a Pokedex is. I just saw this green snake Pokemon and was like, eh, it's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah. It's nothing compared to my Voltorb, though. that's my Pokemon.
For the item randomizer, what if you need
I think the item randomizer, like, still the key items were where they were supposed to be.
Okay, I was wondering about HMs.
Yeah, because they still got their HMs like normal.
I asked the same thing, because I was like, how do you get your Ruby and Sapphire orbs?
Yeah, to my knowledge, they all happen naturally. Though the funniest
maybe you'll
one,
find dope ass TMs just walking around.
oh yeah, they found some really weird ones. They found fucking Earthquake.
There you go.
In like I think Victory Road or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's about where you would normally find it.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
maybe the items are where they're supposed to be then. Maybe they weren't randomized. Maybe it was just a Pokemon.
It might, yeah.
Though the funniest one ever was easily. So Jaden went to fight Groudon. So you know you go in the volcano, and then you see Groudon come out of the lava, and then like his sprite like walks toward you slowly, and then you fight him. So that happens, but when you fight him, it was a Trappish. It was a little Trappish. It was like, that was too fucking fantastic. It was a good time. It was very funny, and it made me want to do the same with like mess around with some of the other Pokemon games, especially with randomizers. Like Fire Red and Leaf Green are probably my most played ones, and I would love to play those with random Pokemon.
I saw one where you get to play as a Team Rocket member.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of really unique fan games. What's this?
When I was like in late
It's
high
the
school, early
Vader
college,
from
one of the really
Fighterz.
popular mods
It's a Vader hanging out in the fire to
was
get warm.
Yeah,
a Pokemon zombie
I
one.
knew. I was like, when Mom
think I've
posted
seen that one.
said it's a
Pokemon
fire
Gray or
in the
something.
night, and I was like,
No, the one I'm
"Where's
talking about is
Vader
called
at?"
Slipwood or
And then
something
she
like that.
posted this later.
You're right. We gotta do randomizer.
I
Oh,
like
wait.
Florist.
We gotta play Moemon. Done.
Oh boy.
You up for Andy? Let's play some Moemon. See who can beat it first.
Wait, what is it?
Moemon.
Moemon.
I don't know what that is.
So
Moe
Moemon
are-
is a mod of Pokemon Emerald that replaces all the Pokemon with cute lolly anime girls dressed as Pokemon.
No.
Every single sprite is changed. Literally
Can I
all.
get one with 80s action heroes instead?
Nope, sorry. You gotta play
You have to make
Moemon.
it.
You gotta make it. Gotta play
I
Moemon.
want Arnold
instead.
Schwarzenegger as Mr. Stallone.
Goals.
Rocky.
Does he start as like a fucking Rocky, and then he goes to Rambo in his final evolution?
No, I want him to be like Machop, Machamp, and then he gets more arms.
Oh, that would be even harder.
This is
You'd have to
Rambo gets the
you'd have to really design these sprites. That'd be really hard. It'd be way harder. All right, well, on stream there.
Well, that's what I want.
You get right on that, boss. I'll play when it's done. Don't forget to stay lucky. We'll see you at the next one. We love you guys. See you next time. Boop.